What is happening, my people? This is Tim Dodd with the Tim Dodd Show, and today I want to show you what to say when your prospect says,
your price is too high, out of our budget,
or any of those kind of things. Now, you're going to have two parts to today's training. One part, I'm actually going to show you what to say before the objection, pre-objection, objection handling, so that you can either eliminate the objection, and then what to actually say when you kind of get that one anyways. Make sure to stay to the end because I do have bonus resources that are going to help you close a lot more deals. So stay in. And before we jump in, make sure to subscribe and like. I do give away one $2,500 PIMA 5x5 client closing system course to one of the first 5 subscribers that comments every time I drop a new video. So make sure that you are subscribed so that you see as soon as I drop a new video. Again, my name is Tim Dodd and I run an agency called PIMA. At PIMA, we help sales teams, sales reps, and entrepreneurs get sales appointments, warm those up through automation, and close them. Now, we have anywhere from helping the solopreneur to the small entrepreneur to the sales rep that we're helping in our community, all the way up to managing appointment setting and sales teams for companies with 300 sales reps doing $300+ million a year in business. So what I'm about to share with you today works on every single level. All right, so what do you do when you're on a call, it's going great, and all of a sudden the guy, and you drop the price and the guy or the gal goes,
your price is too high, out of our budget.
First off, you want to do a pre-objection objection handling. So what I'm going to do in my sales call, I'm going to do the greet, I'm going to do the qualifying questions, I'm going to dig deep, then I'm going to give my price, and then I'm going to present what I'm offering, and then I'm going to close. Most people do it backwards. They present their offer, what they offer, and then at the very end they give the price. So I'm going to give my price before I explain what we do and try to sell my service. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the price, and then before I pitch the service, I'm going to ask these 3 questions. So pay attention. This is how you pre-objection objection handle. I'm going to say, hey, our price on this is going to be $15,000. Let me ask you a question. How would your company make sense of making an investment for $15,000 a month? What would you guys need to see for that? So you're going to start getting sense of how they would make sense of that. And you ask them another hard question. When you're making investments like this as a company, who all is involved in that decision-making process? Well, we've got the board, we've got this person. Now you're starting to understand who's involved in that decision-making process. The last question you're going to ask on this is, when was the last time your company made this size of investment? So now I understand who's the decision makers. I understand how frequently they're making investments like this. And number 3, which is the very most important part, is I understand what they need to see in return to make sense of this investment. So now when I present my product, I can present it in a way that satisfies the answers that they gave me. So remember, we're going to do our whole sales call. Then before I actually present my product, I'm going to give them the price. I'm going to ask these pre-objection objection handling questions. Then I'm going to present the offer in a way that gives them the value that they're looking for, so you don't get that objection. It's better to deal with it here on the front side than on the back side. Make sense? Now, let's just say you're buying something. Let me ask you a question. Do you like it when you don't know the price, when you're trying to figure out, this guy's he's telling me all these features and benefits it offers, and I do. What's the price, man? What's the price? You're sitting there. If you don't know what the price is, you're gonna sit there going, just what's the price? And you're gonna have trouble listening. Your prospect is not going to listen to all these valuable features and benefits you have if you've not told them the price. They're gonna be wondering the whole time, dude, what's this guy gonna charge me? So you tell them the price, they're gonna now be able to focus on your actual pitch and presentation with clarity. So let's say you do that perfectly, you got it all lined up, the pitch went great, and the guy says, it's still a little out of our budget. It's still too pricey. It's still too expensive. Here's exactly what to say. So what do you say when you've done the pitch perfectly and everything's lined up, and they still say, hey, that's expensive. I'm not going to be able to afford that, or that's out of budget, or that's too much. What you want to do is you actually want to frame it against what they'll be missing out on value-wise versus what they're spending on it. So here's what I'll say. I'll say, no, I definitely get it. I've had a lot of people say the same thing before when they were sitting in your seat. Let me ask you, you said you were looking to get 10 customers a month over these next 6 months, correct? And they're going to say, yeah. Okay, so that's about 60 clients. You know, let's just be conservative and say maybe it's only 40 or 50 clients you get, because you know it's a little bit of a ramp up time. Is that fair enough? Yeah, okay, cool. So 40, and you charge $10,000 for your service, correct? Yeah. Okay, so right now we're at, in 6 months, that's going to be about $400,000 to $500,000 in new clients that you'll get if we're working together. And our cost, what you'd be investing with us, would be $10,000 a month for 6 months, so $60,000. So I'm trying to help me understand this. You're saying you wouldn't be willing to spend $60,000 to make $400,000 or $500,000? Okay, then let's go ahead and make this happen. You need the leads. You need us to help you with your sales team. We're gonna get you those 10 clients a month. Let's get this thing going. Sound good? And so that's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna frame it against what they're missing out on versus, no, let me prove you my value. It's like, if you believe that you can get those results for your clients, say it with confidence. You want to frame it against what they're losing if they do not go with you. If you just try to increase value, but you don't actually show them like, yo, if you don't do this, you're actually going to be missing out on over $300,000, then it's not going to work very well. So that's how you do pre-objection handling for price, as well as objection handling when they still say it's out of budget or the price is too high. Now make sure to go down to the description where I have some free resources for you. I have some downloads, I have some free trainings to skyrocket your income over the next 90 days, as well as make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Why should you subscribe? Well, every time I drop a new video, which is frequent, I give away one of our $2,500 Pima 5x5 sales mastery courses to one of the first 5 subscribers that comments, as well as, hey, you don't want to miss out on the value that's coming from the videos, right? I don't have to just bribe you to want to be a great salesperson and blow up your business, right? Okay. Anyways, now also I have, if you stayed for the bonus training, make sure to click the link at the end of this video where I have the entire playlist for every objection, and I even have a special training on there that's going to show you how to get to the real objection, which is super important. Again, this is Tim Dodd with the Tim Dodd Show, and I'll see you soon.